Hey guys, Ryan here again from Good Dog Training. We've got Athena here for some training. She's not coping very well with stress at the moment, so you'll see a lot of the dogs we deal with, they're similar, they don't cope well with stress, and we kind of reteaching them new coping mechanisms. With Athena, she freezes, so we call these freeze dogs. They just freeze in the spot, they don't show any aggression, they don't move, they don't do anything, they just stand there and freeze. Are quite rare dogs, so you don't get a lot of these. But what I've got to do is I've got to get the dog out of that state, so when it freezes I've got to get it moving again, but I've got to trigger it to freeze and then work it through that. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to trigger her a little bit. So maybe not today, we'll see how we go, but I want to try find what's triggering this dog to freeze up, and then I'm gonna work from there. So the triggers, I don't know yet. The behavior is the dog freezing, and that's all the dog's doing. So the dog's not moving from there. I think the reward has been the owner maybe petting the dog. I'm not too sure, but with dogs like this, it's always a funny one. You don't know. It's not a very natural thing they're doing by freezing like that and not moving. So you never really know what's created it. So we just kind of got to work with it. So it is a tricky one. What you find with training a dog is when you're making the dog focus on you all the time, you're putting pressure on the dog, so the dog's pressured to focus on you. When you do that, a lot of the time the problem will come out during the training. So what I'm expecting to see is Athena start to freeze up while I'm training her, and then when she does that, I've got to work her through that. That's the first approach I'm going to take to try fixing this. If that's not working, I'm probably going to have to go take her into some really high distraction environments, figure out what's triggering her, and then work my way from that point. Let's go. Place. Good. Place. Nice soft leash guidance. Place. Good. Nice. Let's go. Place. Good. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Let's go. She's going to see me with this dog taking a little bit softer approach, in the sense of I'm not going to be forcing her into anything place too much. I'm not going to kind of be forcing her to focus on me. I'm just kind of focusing on the commands at the moment. Let's go, and then we'll just kind of work from there. So like I said, she's a bit of a tricky one because she doesn't give a lot. There's not a lot of signs, not a lot of warning there. She just freezes up, and that's what I'm looking for, is her to start to do that so I can work her through that. So when we're training a dog, and each dog's going to be slightly different, they're different genetic makeup, different drives, different instincts within them, each instinct slightly stronger, in different dogs because they're bred for different things. So each approach with each dog might be slightly different. So I've got a soft dog here that's quite, like I said, quite insecure. You can see even in my space, quite insecure. Like I said, she's freezing up, so I'm taking a very soft approach, and I'm softening myself and my energy to make it more inviting for the dog. Let's go, to make it easier for her to kind of adjust to what I'm trying to teach her. Come on, place. So my tone of voice is softer. Good. My leash pops are softer. The way I'm moving is slightly slower and softer. I'm not kind of sharply moving because that might freak her out. So it's just little bits of pressure. Let's go. Good. Nice bits of praise. That's a girl. Place. Place. So I'm constantly looking at her behavior as I'm training. Place. I'm looking at what she does. Is her tail starting to move a little bit? So you can see, place, it's starting to wave. Where's her mouth? Is it shut? Is it open? Is it soft? Is she panting heavily? Let's go. Is she sniffing? Is she taking in information? These are the little bits that I'm looking at constantly, and looking at what the dog's giving me, and then I'm adjusting myself and my training approach to what the dog's giving me. So you might sometimes you'll suddenly see me completely change the training. Let's go. That's because I know maybe a different route might work better for this particular dog, so I'll start to switch. Let's go. Place. Good. Nice. Nice. Eye contact. Good. Let's go. You can see her softening now, taking in information, tail wagging a little bit. That's good. Place. Good. Nice. Nice. Let's go. So you can see her starting to sniff a lot. That sniffing's good. It's a good sign for me. It just tells me, like I said, she's taking in information. She's starting to her brain's starting to switch, and she's starting to relax. So when dogs kind of get tensed up or they get uncertain, sometimes what they do is they start shutting their nose off, which is the first thing. And that's their primary way of taking in information. So when that happens, they start using their eyes and their ears. So they start they start kind of freaking out in the environment, especially if noises start going on and things, so they become highly reactive or more jumpy. And so the fact, like I said, now she's starting to sniff a lot, I really like that because it means she's starting to process things correctly and take that information appropriately. Place. Let's go. So that's our session with Athena here, nice and basic. Like I said, sometimes they are like this, it's nice and basic. I'm just trying to build a bit of trust, build the dog up, build the confidence in the animal, and then I'm slowly starting to work the dog from there. So today my main kind of goal was just to see if she'd freeze up, get her kind of getting more comfortable with interacting with me and the training, and then tomorrow and the next day when she starts to warm up a little bit more, I'll start pushing her a little bit harder. So I'll probably keep her around me all day, and she's going to always be in sight of me and smelling me, so she's becoming more comfortable with that scent or that interaction. And then over time, like I said, I can start to work her harder or push her a little bit more and start to really get into the nitty gritty of the underlying cause of what's going on with this dog. So like and subscribe to our channel. We're posting up videos, 3 videos a week generally, and we've also got our Facebook and Instagram as well. So they come up with different offers and things on there. So jump on there, have a look, and we'll see you in the next one.